Hello YouTube and welcome to the continuation of my Girls und Panzer reaction series, back here again for an amount of episodes of Girls und Panzer. I'm sure you'll know by the title of the video, but I do not know yet. Basically, I'm going to see how I feel after one, but with the potential for two and the time permitting for two as well. We'll see how we go. So first, a couple of housekeeping things as I like to do at the start of a video. One, it's very bright outside as I'm sure you can see, so sorry about the kind of brightness of the camera. It'll probably be worse once I get the episode up, but yeah, I'm recording this at about 9:15 in the morning, so some early morning tanks for everybody. That'll be epic. I can't think of a better time of the day to watch Girls and Tanks, I think. But the other thing, of course, is hey, that first video did really well for me. So yeah, it's sitting on about 700 views right now, which is big for me. Like I'm not very big at this kind of YouTube thing, so getting something like that, 57 likes, a ton of comments, so the people have spoken, right? They want Girls and Tanks. And can I blame them really? Because Girls and Tanks, it sounds like a pretty good time. So yeah, just broadly a big old thank you to everybody for the support. I hope you continue with it. I'm going to be watching everything, or I'll get into some watch order stuff later. But yeah, just broadly thank you. Thank you very much. Speaking of those comments, so normally in my format, I would read all of these comments out right now and, well, maybe not word for word, but, you know, give them all their specific shout outs, call out every single person, blah, 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 blah. There's like 30 of these, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. Shout outs to everybody that commented, man. That's what I want. I love the engagement. If there's less comments in the future, I'm going to be going into them specifically, but just permitting for time today and probably convenience. Just going to forgo at this time. But I haven't left you guys entirely in the dark because I've summarized my comments for what feels like the first time in a long time. I used to do it a lot, but now I don't anymore. So I give you the very bare bones at the moment and probably needs to be a little bit bigger Girls and Panzer notes. Let's go like that. Sure, everybody can read it now. So right now I have character names, and I guess I'll just go through all of this now. The main character, Nishizumi Miho. Again, we're trying to really hit that Miho, right? You gotta hit it on the. Again, I'll talk about it. There's a comment about it, and yeah, we have our friend characters. We have Saori and Hana, and some broad specific stuff about them. We have two girls that I don't believe are named, but are on the poster, so you would think they're important. They're also featured in the opening quite prominently. You would again think they're important. The student council exists. I don't remember if we got names or not, but we'll be on the lookout for that. And some of the tank crews seem kind of crazy, especially the one that's full of like crazy people. I want to meet them. So yeah, I've summarized the comments. I've shouted out a few specific people that have given me some good stuff with the watch order, but everybody else that commented, just yeah, broadly, thank you very much, and hope to see you continue with the series. The main theme through the comments, and I've started with it, is that Girls und Panzer is cool and goofy and fun, and people are appreciative that I'm watching it. So got a fan base, got a very passionate fan base. It seems like people that want to follow the show around, want to re-experience this show, and that is only good stuff that I'm hearing, right? If people want to do that, it means that it's generated a certain amount of love. And that's what I'm looking for, right? When I'm watching these kind of things, I want to love it. And if you guys love it, and there's a whole bunch of you that love it, then that's probably a pretty good indicator that it's pretty good. The next one was, I guess you could call it a correction, but I think it's just an interpretation thing that only becomes clear with time, and probably, again, just steering me onto the right track. Episode 1 was not a dream, so when they're in the tanks at the very start of episode 1, not a dream, but a flash forward. Supposedly to episode 4, I think one of the commenters said as well, my question is why make this decision, and I've had to think about it, and I understand why. So say, like, I'm watching seasonals, right? I pull up the first episode of Girls und Panzer to see if I want to watch it. I start watching it, and it's a girl that wakes up, goes to school, doesn't want to do Senshido, and then does Senshido by the end through a weird mix of coercion and responsibility and thinking that maybe this time it'll be kind of fun. I would be like, what? why am I watching this? So yeah, you put that at the start to show what we'll actually be doing a lot of the time. What Senshido actually is. I guess you could maybe incorporate it into that video during episode 1 as well, but I digress. Yeah, I understand. You gotta hook them early with the tanks. And that's what that scene tries to accomplish. I believe specifically it was Seraph Amoros that gave me this advice, so it was Symphogi OG. Advice is saying miho, naturally, is breathe out the ho instead of blowing it out. So I'm trying it now. Mijo, like just trying to make it like one syllable almost, right? Mijo. Those last couple ones were kind of bad, but anyway, you know what I mean, though, right? We're gonna be going with that as opposed to mijo, right? I think. Anyway, something to work on as we continue. The aircraft carrier reveal was funny, which is something I broadly agree with as well. It's kind of ridiculous and maybe sets the tone for the rest of the show in its ridiculousness. The blending of 2D and 3D continues to get better. So again, like some of the stuff in the film being better, but that's part of the course. You know, you got a film budget, got all that budget focusing on one thing that's supposedly about 2 hours, as opposed to a whole season of television. And yeah, as we get more budget and more stuff, I'm imagining it's got a pretty deep fan base in Japan as well, funding it. You start to get some better stuff as you continue. If anything, I've seen that story very recently with Symphogear, so we understand how that goes. There is a metric fuck ton of characters in the show. I think 21 or 22 was the number from the first episode, not including people that are outside of that club, right? If there's other people at the school that are important, if there's adults that are important, we're implying some stuff about Miho's family, so maybe that's important too. There's going to be probably rival schools. Like, it seems like there's going to be a fuck ton of characters, let's put it that way. Especially with some of the explanations of some of the recap episodes and the OVAs and stuff that go into specific characters. There's a wide world here for you to enjoy. A way to understand Senshido in a more traditional way is think of it like archery or some similar after-school activity club type setting. One that just probably has a larger hold on society than the normal stuff. Literally replace Senshido with like soccer, and it's like, yeah, you can understand it pretty well. Somebody that devoted their life to something and then kind of fell out of love with it, and then found a connection through friends and teamwork. And yeah, we're gonna do that storyline, I think. And now we get on probably the biggest part of the comments was the watch order stuff, i.e., what to include, what not to include. The way I understand it is we're including almost everything except for maybe these 2 episodes, and maybe I watch them in my own time and give some small thoughts. But I have episodes 1.5 and 10.5. So apparently these are recap episodes that were some kind of weird extra on a Blu-ray or something, but something changed. I don't know, it's weird. Most people tend to skip them, but they do give some tidbits about the world, the sport, and genuine introduction to some of the other characters that are skipped a little bit more than the others. Again, if we've got 22 of them, they're not all going to get screen time within the 12-episode anime plus movies and stuff. Then we've got the watch order itself, and what I'll probably be going with. We'll compare Ebbins and Flo Nightingales and PCJs and stuff, but the watch order of Girls and Panzer is as follows. So 1, I'm gonna watch the show, and then probably this whatever this OVA is with Anzio. I don't know what that is, but sure. The specials, short episodes extending the world, and then the film, and then Alice War, you would imagine. We've gone through that song and dance when we watched Elaine. Then we've got Das Finale, and that is in 6 parts, 3 of which haven't come out yet, but and then there's queries if that'll ever come out in the other comments. But anyway, we're comparing this watch order with Ebbins that gets a little bit more granular, a little bit more specific. So episodes 1 through 4, then 3 OVAs, then 3 more episodes, 1 OVA, 1 episode, 1 OVA, and then the last OVA before doing the Anzio one. And then you do Yukari tank corners. I don't know what that is. Yukari. I didn't even know Yukari either. And then watch it pretty much as said, with whatever this Daikon War is as well, was potentially not included up here. Oh no, I think I added that. That's why it's got a question mark. Because I don't know what that is. So yeah, a pretty, I guess, specific and involved watch order, and I'll be gauging people's comments about what they want, potentially polling the Discord if it gets particularly contentious. But for right now, I think I'm just gonna watch the TV anime and then the OVAs, instead of doing this order where I'm splitting it up into probably when the OVAs are set, if we're honest, because I can go back and place him in my mind. That'll be fine, I think. I'm imagining this is more chronological than anything else, but yeah, you can just watch the TV anime and then the OVAs. It'll be a chronological versus release order type conversation, which we've had many times on the channel to not much success, but I digress. So yeah, I'm going to be keeping this around probably in a similar way to the way I would keep the Girls Last Tour one that I'm doing at the moment. More of like a broad thoughts, thematic stuff, what I like, what I don't like, that kind of thing, rather than a plot recap as I did with Oshinoko and I'm doing with Monogatari at the moment. Yeah, just, keep some notes, not all the notes, but some notes, and especially this watch order is good to keep around. I guess going into a broad recap of that first episode, we start with a lot of the Senshido action out in space, and it's a flash forward essentially, right? We see what it's all about, what the show is probably going to be all about when it's doing its actiony moments. As then we follow Miho, she wakes up, she does her bed up real good, like it's clear that she's from some kind of family or situation in which military efficiency and skill and stuff is appreciated. She goes off to school, she tries to make some friends, she succeeds in doing so with Saori and Hana. The student council gets wind that, Miho has done Senshido before. They want to introduce a Senshido program based on some weird government thing or something, or maybe the student council is just being weird. They heavily manipulate the school to make them all want to do Senshido, much to Miho's disgust. Even her friends, Saori and Hana, both want to do it. They get into a bit of a back and forth with the student council before Miho agrees that she'll just do it. I think the conflict here, or the resolution here, is going to be that doing it with friends, good, and doing it solo, potentially under the tutelage of a family that doesn't give a hoot about me, and instead with friends, makes it a whole lot more fun. Again, we'll see. There's more backstory stuff coming for you would imagine, right? That would make a whole lot of sense. So yeah, what do I think will happen this episode? I believe we're just going to understand maybe the scoring system of Senshido and the general rules of it. I don't know. Do we just kill each other? I don't understand. We're going to also probably meet these two characters. If I had to guess, maybe a specific focus on another one of these characters just to see what they're all about in their personal time as well. That's the way I would do it anyway. We're open to everything and anything, right? So yeah, without any further ado, I think I'm going to bring up the episode now, but not without my shill stuff. So if you like the video, consider liking the video. If you like the video and you want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. Comment below anything you thought about the episode, anything I could do to improve my presentation, comment below. I'm doing follow for follow on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter if you'd like me to follow you back. And the Discord, join Discord, love Discord. Yeah, potentially some polls around watch order stuff in Discord in the future as well. So yeah, going to jump into episode 2 of Girls und Panzer right now. Radio, have episode 2 of Girls und Panzer up here ready to go. Let me pop that up there. 24 minutes and 11 seconds on this one, so sync up accordingly. Looks like I have the opening ready to go here as well. There'll be a picture-in-picture version in the description below. And I'm using the, what are these subs called again? I do not know, but it's the AK submarine version or something. I'm sure people will figure it out. And yeah, just gonna give it a 3, 2, 1. Radio? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I've forgotten basically entirely about this opening, so this will be interesting. And I'm definitely recording, that's good. As I said last week, you show me a show with 5 girls, I'm interested. Yep, that's a lot of characters. What the fuck? Who are they? I didn't see them last week. Okay, mechanic people? And then, yeah, I'm imagining this is some backstory stuff, right? With the drowning with the water. Are you gonna be like the cat one? Are you gonna say like Nyan stuff? I feel like I know Cho. I feel like I know this. Oh yeah, and there's the weirdos. This is like the sports club. We go to the snow or something. Yeah, like I'm saying, like that looks like rival school type stuff or something, right? What's on the side of their tank? Anyway, and yeah, that's where the aircraft carrier is, like near the land, where I'd imagine they would actually go and fight other schools. Oh my god. It's a very adult thing to say. You could fit 22 people in there. Capture them in the wild. What are we talking about? How do you know? Instructor? We have to find our own tanks. Okay. Sounds epic. Hmm. I'm yet to see a male character. I have my doubts. I'll board the tank. They're not in the car park. What are you talking about? That was a cool sub too. What are you? Look at her creeping in the back. No, we can include you in the group. Like it's not an exclusive thing. I liked that from the main character, from Miho. Oh, okay. We heard about Yukari just before. Okay, just a meeting in the car park. Normal stuff. Or do you potentially know her? Like from what she's done before? Oh my god. They burned all the books. Yeah, but it's cool. What'd you say in the woods? Looking for tanks. Do you smell a tank? Oh yeah, you do. Okay, you do flower stuff, sure. Hmm. Yeah. They already made the Panzer Pantsu joke. Okay, you nerd. Really? Okay, that would have been one of my questions. You're just a bit of a dork. That's okay. About tanks. Automobile club? What? Are those the mechanics, maybe? What the fuck? What are we doing? Why is it there? It's like they're hunting for Pokemon or something. What's going on? This is ridiculous. They found one with the rabbits? Okay, sure. I'm imagining all of these are like real tank types and stuff. Well, that would make it easy, yeah. Okay, whatever you say. Okay. Sure. And then, okay, and then the tanks we saw in episode 1, they like decorated them or something? That's funny. I'm interested about this instructor. I want to know. Okay, you like a tank nerd as well? our fearless leader. Okay. Does it stink? Okay. Look at the master at work. Yeah, the subs are fun. Okay. What? Stop. Okay, they're just a hoot. I love them. Yeah, I mean, we're doing the car wash thing. We're definitely doing the car wash thing. Mm-hmm. I didn't really focus on the dialogue there. I don't really know what they said. Anyway. The music's still great, no? Somebody help her? Get her some clothes? Okay. I'm still a little bit hesitant. I've got a lot of baggage here that we'll potentially talk about now. At least a little bit. Shore leave. Okay. I think you're lying. No, it's not best friends. Where do you want to go? Okay. Go to the tank club. Holy fuck. What? It is. I'm sure you'll tell me. Yeah, you guys definitely have your things, right? For sure. They're kind of on the same wavelength. Just kinda. Oh, gaming. Hell yeah. Okay. Can we talk about that a little bit more? I'm interested. Yeah, do go on. I see. Okay, gotcha. Wait, Maho? I see. Okay. Yeah. You, they're sisters, I believe. Gotcha. Sister and mum. There was some implication about dorming last week. Akiyama Mio? Kaon reference? Anyway. Did she just drop something? What are you doing? Okay. Did I say you could use all my stuff? Why are you peeling them with a knife? You should cook for them then. Oh, I think she may. Are those glasses the right way up? Anyway. Alright, she means serious business and put the glasses on. Gotcha. Whatever you say. Yes. Hmm. I'm yet to see a male character. Anyway. Feel much bigger? Alright, Miho's still really nice. We didn't really talk about any of the past stuff like I thought we may have. Well, you made friends. That was one of the major goals. That was very buoyant. Oh my god. I see. And then again, yeah, interesting. I think that's another one for my ambitious animation. And another one there again. Okay, there's definitely something to this, right? And then this is like the quiet girl. Oh my god. Sometimes it is. That's good. Raise. It's okay. You just need some. Have a coffee or something. Someone to pick you up. Oh my god. Well, that's very mean. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, get a haircut. Okay. Okay, I'm interested to see this instructor. Are they going to parachute in? What is this? Oh no. I thought the plane was going to land. Holy fuck. Can we use your tank? Alright. The moment of truth. Hello. I feel like I've seen you before. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Chono Ami. Gotcha. Master. Alright. Well, yeah, I saw on the news yesterday. Alright, they're all like bigwigs. Okay. Well, that's better than 100. Let's go. Our tanks kind of... Do they work? Okay, did you map out the land already? Oh my god. Not the volleyball. What? Flesh units? What are we talking about? Yeah, this... Okay. Something to the animation this episode for sure. Few little flourishes here and there. I need a lift. Okay, what if we have like 4? So we don't have a radio person? Okay. But you're the one with the most experience. What? I think you're being tricked. When did the show come out again? I'm sure I looked that up. She had a flip phone, which was my only thought. Yeah, tank go forward. I know that one. Alright, we're doing it. No, she loves it. That's good. Don't be embarrassed. What else are you going to do in a tank? They just stole it? Yeah, you got to learn to drive. No, that's reverse. Saved. Oh my god. What, the butt stuff? Or the tank in general? Alright, we're all pretty bad. Great. Okay. I like the sports club ones too. Oh my god. That seemed counterintuitive. Can you reach that far? Not hard. Just a tap. Okay, like, I guess I didn't know how a tank operates, like, at all. But now I do. At least a little bit. Okay. How did we go? Oh, these are our start positions. And now we'll start to shoot each other. Oh my god. Like, how did we not hurt each other? I don't even know what role Miho's doing at the moment. Okay. How are you gonna know if I bow or not? Yeah, get revenge. Okay. I'm pretty sure you're not gonna stay the commander. You're the volleyball people, right? Yeah. Holy, they're all ganging up. Well, we're gonna have to go up the hill. I feel like Saori isn't gonna stay the commander for very long. Is that is that the episode ending? I feel like we're in the middle of something here. Yeah, like really? Yeah, I mean really. There's a little bit of a preview at the end, which I'm sure, just watch the preview. I'm sure it's fine. ED seems cute. Okay, I was about to say, what are we going for here? It was kind of just like two shots. And this sounds like the cast singing, you would think. What did I think about that episode though? Yeah, we're basically continuing from where we left off, I think. About what I thought, just setting up a status quo, introducing another main character. Still, like, Miho's, like, broadly concerned with a lot of the family baggage stuff and actually doing this properly. Doesn't want to seize the commander role, as she probably should. But anyway. Anyway, we will see. Just looking at this tank that I'm looking at right now, I'm pretty sure we're all changing roles. Right? That's what I would think. Because if each of these corresponds to a position in the tank. Mm-hmm. Okay. And yeah, jumping into a little bit of analysis on episode 2 of Girls und Panzer. So that's episode 2 in the book. We learned a couple things about Senshido and how it actually works. We met a new character in the commander, as well as Yukari over here. Akiyama Yukari, which is sure. I'm sure it just means like something mountain, right? Anyway, we got a better feel for the overall group of characters, I feel, including the broader cast in the club itself. I guess I'm calling it a club, a Senshido club. I like the volleyball team more than I thought I would. The weirdo team is still like weirdos. And the cutesy one, I guess we're still calling them. Like, she was on her phone, that was pretty interesting. I'll need to go back and find some more specific moments there, but it's just filled with like characterization for this whole group of characters, basically, right? We had to like go and find our tanks, and they were just in various, frankly, stupid locations around the aircraft carrier zone world thing. On the more serious side, we got a little bit more context around Miho and her family situation. So her mom seems to be some kind of big shot, calling her Master Nishizumi, I believe her last name is, as well as Maho, which I think was the sister's name or something in that vicinity, who seems to be a big shot at a important school and is very, very good at Senshido, was like the captain of the MVP team or something. So, like, yeah. It's your story, Miho's story, is becoming more and more clear as we continue. I think you're Reize, something like that. We'll investigate further. And you're about to get run over with a tank, and that's where we left off the episode in a pretty abrupt manner, if I'm completely honest. But yeah, just settling in. That's what I would describe this episode as for sure. So I have an opening to look at initially. I'll try to glean a few tidbits here and there. I'll give the lyrics a read, but I'm pretty sure the lyrics towards the ED will be a little bit more important there, with the ED being relatively simple and the lyrics probably being the star there more than anything else. So I just feel my wind, I just feel my shine as we all line up for some kind of group photo for our tank crew. Rise and ride into the sky, and then we all take a picture together. Hey, maybe I found some friends or something, right? And that made this all okay. Again, broadly what we're trying to get across with her character, I think. Get the logo reveal into like morning routine, classic toast. Look at that, we love it. From the beginning, I knew that my dreams were impatient. So you're rushing towards your dreams. No matter what the cruel winds of change may bring, as we see the various cast of characters revealed here, up to and including Yukari, who is the, I guess, newest character this episode, I'll reach out to the sun, feeling its resonance on my fingertips. Okay, sure, just, lyrics, hopeful, longing, all these words, right? And now this is weird. I'm like, who are all these like keychains, right? This almost looks like a Digimon or something. And then like what is this? Talk to me. What am I looking at? What is this? What is this? Okay, maybe the less said about this, the better. Just a gang of weirdos for sure. Then like, is this like a computer brand with the computer here? Hang on, like what is this? Sure, and then student council, who are just like, I don't know who died and made you king, but seriously, like they're just subservient to you. You're just a little brat. I kind of love it. The sunshine, I want to feel it even if it's only for a second. We seemingly have like a mechanic crew people as well that may come up a little bit more as we need to do repairs and stuff, probably in the aftermath of whatever we're doing now in our first little training set. But yeah, they're pretty based. I like your design a lot, actually. Anyway, how do we get there? We can answer that later. Okay, so just believe. Gotcha. And yeah, there was some small stuff here, as I've talked about before, with Miho in the water. So here we get that shot of the tanks on the ridge, right? And then you like drowning in the water. So I'm imagining like, yeah, something there where you fucked up, probably got scolded for it, and are like, why are you putting this much pressure on me? Blah, 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 I'm going to run away. And then that's what the dialogue from the sisters about later on as well. But yeah, thinking about that, looking over into the water, look back, look at my friends, pretty obvious stuff, but hey, my friends are with me, it's good. Instead of pretending to be adults, we'll go our own bright way. Sure, yeah, you're like... very like lazy and stuff. I don't know. So it's hard to grab a hold of Reize, I believe it is. Her character right at this moment. Are you gonna have like a thing with a cat? That's like classic. That's classic like girl show stuff. The light streaked through the sky overhead as we see our tanks rush into action here toward a brighter future with an awakened speed. Just get this shot of you guys as well. What is this? I mean, you've each got your own flag. Or there's 5 flags? Sure. This is just all very strange. You guys are just freaks. I don't know what's going on here at all. I'm imagining like this in the back is maybe the logo that'll be on their tank. So maybe the one with the butthole on the hippo, that's the weirdos one. You guys got like a more traditional like seagull or bird of some kind. Yeah, determined. I think we got some broad backstory stuff where they like cancelled the volleyball club and then you guys were kind of just left to do your own thing. Alright, let's try and pass some stuff here. So, okay, we didn't really have we had a loader and a radio person. Somebody doing both of those things at once. Was that Yukari or Miho in the tank towards the end of the episode? Because I'm imagining we're going to have Saori on radio looking at the headphones here, right? We're going to have the new girl, the quiet one. She's going to be driving. She's going to be doing that. One of them's going to be the loader. Miho's going to be commander. There was one more role there. I'm sure we'll figure it all out in time. Even if my heart feels like it's starting to break, as we see the tanks fire and stuff, and we just meet like a million characters to the point where I can't even guess who they are. These people are wearing different uniforms. You would imagine like rival school, rival school, rival school, full of weirdos. In before the best school, which is, this is the sister character, right? She looks fucking evil as fuck. You in the back though. Okay, let's go. It tells me to become stronger than I am now. What was the previous line? Even if my heart feels like it's starting to break. Yeah, pushing to the limits, right? And then we see the commander here who has a name that is escaping me right now. And then you guys, you're like you all got the same haircut. What's going on there as well? But I'm imagining you're like hall pass Andy, right? You're just gonna like stand you're gonna be annoying, right? You're like the student council if the student council were more like strict, I think. morals committee or something like that. And then, yeah, we get a brief look at this on the tank as well, if I can go back. Yeah, here. Is that like a fish? Is that going to be our symbol on our tank, I think? Yeah, and then happy Miho. Okay. Rise to my feet. Big old wide shot of the carrier and into the episode proper. We start the episode with just some banter dialogue before getting our objective here, which is we're going to go look for tanks, right? The club was disbanded a while ago, but the tanks should be thereabouts somewhere, and if we look hard enough, we'll find them. In some frankly ridiculous locations, but we do end up finding them regardless. We add in, I guess, the carrot for Sayori in particular, that our instructor will arrive the day after tomorrow. Therefore, we need to find tanks, like now. Because if we don't have tanks, we can't be instructed. Makes sense, right? And then, yeah, it's time to commence the search. Here comes the master manipulator to to again put the carrot in front of Sayori. By the way, the instructor coming tomorrow is good looking. Well, I mean, she is. I just think you're like obscuring certain information from Sayori, who may have thought it would be a good-looking male instructor, which seems to be her major thing. She likes boys and love and stuff like that. Sure. Love crazy, you could say. So then we begin looking for tank. We start in the car park, which is probably a pretty good spot to look, actually, but no luck. We see there's a creeper in the background of the shot there, that being Yukari. She probably has heard of you, Miho, and wants to make friends because you know about tanks, or have some history with tanks, right? Well, we may even learn why you specifically know her later on. Maybe you're like more famous than you let on in the Senshino world. If I'm going to guess a direction for the next episode, I think at some point you're going to take over as commander and start to fuck shit up, basically. So you're your prototypical nerdy character that when they're nerding out about something becomes almost completely different. So you're quiet and timid most of the time, but when talking about tanks, you lighten up. Yeah, she's cute. She's just like a weirdo. We like weirdos. Not like a super weirdo like the rest of the weirdos, but you know, just like a regular weirdo. Yeah, Yukari says here, I'm well aware of who you are. You're Nishizumi Miho Dono. Dono being the honorific there, which is probably a little bit more intense than she deserves at this moment, but anyway. Yeah, okay. Clearly into it because of Miho. Gotcha. You guys, a lot of the time here, are being used for exposition. This group in particular. We're waiting to see what your thing is. You have a thing later on with your phone, right? Which I thought was kind of funny. But we'll say. We might be bringing up something where Senshido classes were maybe stopped for a reason. We'll say. Why did they stop the classes in the past? Was it just not popular? Seemingly as popular in various other locations around Japan, so I don't know. We do a very weird thing here where you're known for your, flower arranging, so you now suddenly have a really good sense of smell, and we follow your sense of smell to find the tank that we need. We do the Panzer 4, that joke here with Panzer. Yeah, again, I'm surprised it took them this long to make that joke, if I'm honest. We get some various pieces of information here. Panzer 4 being go forward tank forward. We learn what T means after a 38, means it was made in Czechoslovakia. It was the main source of firepower in General Rommel's 7th Tank Division. It's an important tank model that played an invaluable role in early Blitzkrieg warfare. That Blitzkrieg? The one I know about? Because that's bad. We don't want to support that one. But it did play an invaluable role, just not, probably a good one. So yeah, we see this a lot. It'll be explode with knowledge about tank from Yukari and then get embarrassed when somebody she basically notices herself and then pulls herself back to what her character is normally like. Pretty standard stuff, but executed quite well. And then we see the various locations that we find our other tanks. We fucking what's the word for this again? Where you go down the mountain? Abseil, I believe. We abseil down the mountain pass into the cliff where somebody has hidden a tank here. I equated it to hunting for Pokemon. What are we doing here? Why is the tank here? What happened? If anything has these 4 characters in it, it's going to be ridiculous. I still don't even know what their deal is. They're maybe associated with various historical leaders was something that I maybe noticed, but I could be completely wrong. If I'm honest, the dialogue it's just incomprehensible. Either way, they found a tank underwater, which is a way more normal location than in a mountain face. And then this one's with all the rabbits and probably like I would imagine some kind of like animal caring club, something veterinary. I don't know. So the way that we're going to distribute the tanks is that basically whoever found their tank, except for the student council who are going to take the 38T, the one we just found in the forest, where I think the main group of characters are going to use the one they found in the shed, the Panzer 4, I believe. Panzer 4. This will tell us all we need to know. These graphics. And as I said, like we kind of saw, like these get a paint job and have various different, like aesthetic stuff done to them during the opening sequence there. So we'll see how that manifests as we continue. Probably adding some personality to the tanks. We get some quickfire stuff where each of the groups are kind of just looking at their tanks and admiring them. The turret doesn't turn. It looks like an elephant. Prowl. Fools. The Stog 3 is an amazing tank that fought back in the Russian onslaught during the Winter War. Apologize to the Finns. And then they all bow. So are you like the leader? It seemed like you're the leader based on your attire, but sure. It's small stuff there, like Miho has no trouble climbing up the tank and getting to the top there, where some of the other girls may struggle. And it's pretty dirty on the inside, so we commence the classic, like, car wash segment. And I'm surprised we didn't use it for as much fan service as we did. We had we had one character in particular that was dressed quite scantily, putting it politely. But yeah, I mean, I think we showed some restraint, if I'm honest. The flooding of Takumatsu Castle, crossing the Rubicon, Commodore Perry's black ships. When one thinks of tanks and water, it has to be the duplex drive tanks from the Normandy landings. Yeah, I think they're just all fucking history dorks. That's what I think these guys are. They're like Chuny, but for history. Like, what is happening? Yeah, I mean, something in this scene has firepower, and it's definitely not the tanks, but I digress. I like the sub-theme here of you just being like a brat. Like, they're just your servants. Like, look at her doing all of the cleaning, and then you like kneel down on the ground to make her a platform later on as well. It's just like, what the fuck's going on? I think they're doing pretty good from the perspective of like quickfire character stuff. Like there was just a shot there of Sari looking at Miho that I thought was quite nice. Just like a smile. Hey, we're doing this together. I don't know. Just again, it's not much. It's just enough. You know, it's a very quick show. A lot happens in an episode. Probably not Symphogear tier, where again the pacing there was pretty insane. But just the amount of characters here is leading to some snappiness in the dialogue, I think, or the need for such a thing. I think there was some dialogue here, like the automotive club are going to work on this overnight. I'll get the automotive club members to fix up the rest overnight. Yeah, okay. So that's where the automotive club will come in with repairs and stuff. We bring up the idea of shore leave, of getting off the aircraft carrier and going onto shore and probably shopping and having, you know, just standing on land's probably nice as well, if I'm honest. And yeah, we're going to do that on this weekend. So I'd imagine that's an episode idea at some point. Maybe that's what those OVAs are about now that I think about it. But we'll see. Yukari pipes up and we go off to the tank club. It looks like basically every single hobby shop I've ever seen in my life, where it's very, very organized because you don't have a lot of people in there, and yeah, just cool. Like I would want to like walk around here for a bit and have a look. Aren't all tanks the same? No, all tanks aren't the same. They all have their own unique traits, and then those unique traits even spun by the unique people that operate them. So yeah, maybe some stuff that you need to learn, right? Like, not all tank experience is going to be the same. Like, Senshido up here with your family may have fucking sucked, but Senshido with your friends, because the people operating it, may change your opinion. I think that's what we're trying to get across here. I'm curious about this. Real matches do use live ammunition, but there's plenty of safety measures in place. I'd like you to go into said safety measures, because again, like, tanks are meant for war. They're meant to, like, kill people. So, I don't know. They're reporting on Senshido on the news, on the sports news. Again, like it's a sport, like it's something that the general public would be interested in. So, again, I'm just equating it to any kind of other normal sport, right? This is an interview recorded with last year's High School League MVP and national representative, Nishizumi Maho, from Black Forest Girls Academy, which are the enemy, I'm imagining. This is the fancy pants school, right? And we're the upstart sports school that only just made a team, right? It's, yeah, classic sports anime stuff, right? Of course, the family connection here is important. Maho, again, was your name, I believe. Yeah, Nishizumi Maho, instead of Miho Maho. Gotcha. Can you share your winning strategy, never concede defeat, and never turn tail and run, no matter what? Almost like she's looking at me. Yeah, this is definitely like family baggage stuff. You turned your tail and ran away from Senjudo to a school that didn't offer it. You wanted to run away. It's bad that you ran away. Well, it kind of is, but also, fuck you, basically. Again, I think the lesson's going to be facing my fears and all that side of it, right? But with my newfound friends and doing tanks and stuff, I think everybody here notices you looking down and then wants to cheer you up, and that's why we make you dinner and hang out in your room. Okay, I see that. Okay, more friends stuff. Friends good. I think a great piece of characterization is all this stupid like camping stuff that's in Yukari's bag. Like it invokes a certain kind of person that I think is perfect. Just an absolute dork having all this camping stuff on them. Yeah, I definitely knew people like this at school. I guess another piece of characterization broadly is going to be that Hana's going to be a little bit fragile, right? Doesn't quite know the controls of the tank when she's trying to drive it. Cannot operate a knife to peel a potato, which again, just get a potato peeler. What are you doing? She's a bit gentle. She's not as intense as some of the other people, right? She doesn't like being kicked for a direction either, but that's more upcoming stuff. Again, with further characterization stuff, we have the glasses moment for you. Get out the glasses, deep sigh. It's serious business, cooking time, right? And I'm going to show off my my womanly charms, right? That I need to make a good beef stew for a guy, so we're linking that kind of character trait in there as well. Sure, I thought these glasses were upside down, but I guess this is just what they look like. Okay, and another sub-theme I think is coming across here as well. Everybody has their role, right? So you were good with the tank stuff earlier. You had your sense of smell, right? That found us the tank. You're good at cooking, so you did the cooking, right? We just got to find where each of our role is specifically and how we're going to work the tank from that way. So I think, like, towards the end of the episode when we're in the tank, I think we're all in our wrong positions. I think we need to switch it up and find a mix that'll work that plays to our strengths. And I think that's going to be part of the learnings next episode as well. Respectful and bashful from Hana as well when she presents these flowers to Miho on the table to give her room a little bit more, I guess, homeliness. Again, friend stuff, it's good. Yeah, okay, yeah. I see this as the full circle of the kind of the down point we had in the tank shop when she looked at the TV was reminded of all that family stuff. The friends all stepped up and made her feel like she was part of something again, right? It was good. It was really good. And that's the I'm so glad I transferred schools part of it, right? Friends are good. Then we have this animation heading towards the door before we cut to the next morning and have some similarly framed animation coming out. The double back to the door. It's all very quick, but I think it's pretty effective. And I think the last example comes here upon seeing Ureze. Yeah, the stumbling out here. Just something a bit different about it, right? I would call it an animation flourish / pop-off moment for sure. They didn't need to do it, and they did. Is it especially smooth? No. Do I think it's cool? Yes. I actually really liked it. I thought it was points for the episode. And now thinking of it, like Reize, is that just lazy? Is that what we're trying to get across here? That's a bit funny. She says, "Life is pain. I hate." No, but listen, she's the lazy one. She's not got a lot of drive. She likes to read a book. She's associated with cat. She's not going to have a ton of dialogue. She makes it to school late. You know, I'm pretty sure I got a pretty good grasp on her character already. Yeah, Reize-san, this is your 400th? No, 245th time in a row you've been tardy. And yeah, we've seen you guys in the opening. Yeah, again, like morals committee type operators, right? It is one of the all-time bad haircuts, though. Like, what are we doing here? Like, who gave you this? It does fit her character, though. That's Sodoko. Sodoko. Gotcha. The last bit of dialogue we hear from Reize here as well is that I'll return the favor someday. Imagining that day is going to be today, and when we see you, like, just laying down and the tank's rushing in your direction, maybe Thingo's going to need to step up and become commander, that being Miho. And you're going to be the driver, and there's going to be something there. I'm going to do you a favor by helping you out there. And then, again, just adding on to the ridiculousness, we see a full-on like warplane fly in, open up its thingo there, drop off a tank with a bunch of parachutes behind it, lands into the school car park, drives forward before hitting the principal's fucking Ferrari, knocking it over, crushing it like a fucking pancake, and we get the reveal of who it is. It's our new instructor. This is Chono Ami of the Senshido training group. And yeah, of course, Sari got tricked thinking it was a male instructor. It's a female instructor. Though again, if you've got a thing for women in uniforms, this is your show, for sure. Immediately walks over to Miho, your Nishizumi Master Nishizumi's daughter. I will always be grateful to her. I'm sure that this is, yeah, almost Harry Potter adjacent, right? Where he's very famous, but doesn't understand why he's very famous, right? And gets a bit bashful upon hearing all this praise, right? That, you know, oh, I mean, that's just my mom, right? Who was kind of mean to me. Yeah, the mother very famous to the point where she has a style named after her, which is the most established among Senshido schools, right? She wrote the book on Senshido, right? Either way, bouncing off of that, we have the instructor, Ami, Chono Ami. I don't know which one we're going to go to, other than just instructor, maybe. We're going to have a full-on, like, practice game, right? Which I think is fraught with danger, and we learn as much, but I guess you do learn on the fly as well. Half of the episode is just getting to the starting point too, learning how to drive, learning what the different roles are in the tank, and she just wants us to go out there and have a good time, blast each other, just get a feel for it, basically, right? We have this group where it's like, oh yeah, how do we even get this started? Oh yeah, I'll look online and ask how we're going to drive this thing. Again, very quick fire, like just visit each of the groups. Our volleyball club got disbanded and now we have this, right? Fighto! Yeah, I'm guessing, again, if you're like a history dork, you're going crazy for these guys, right? Because they're talking about different, like, formations and tactics that they can use, like an armored wedge formation, and then you were something about rotating in fresh units or something, which I read as flesh units during the reaction, which was incorrect. So student council president, too short to get into the tank as well, and calls over, what's her face? We get a name here, Kawashima, who immediately runs in and acts as a platform. Kawashima. And we kind of just wing it, like having a match straight away, where we probably shouldn't, but yeah, we hear the roles here. We need a commander, a gunner, and a driver. If you have a fourth person, you have a loader, and if you have a fifth person, you have a radio operator. Right? Question for this team, they have 6. What's going to go on there, right? I do not know. So again, one person's going to be the gunner. Who's going to be the gunner? Okay. Gunner, loader, driver, radio, commander. Okay, sure. We're deciding roles here. Yukari jumps up and is like, oh yeah, you'll be the commander, right? Miho, you're going to be the commander. No. I think you have some bad memories of stuff like that, so we're going to draw lots for it, and we end up having Sari as commander. We got some replies from whatever thread this was of how to operate a tank. Answer 1, you need to tell us what tank it is, or we can't help you. True? Ayaya? Oh my god. The most classic weeb name in the world. Okay, that is Ayaya. Google it, nerd. First, take off your clothes. Alright. I wonder where she posted that. Anyway, more Yukari characterization stuff. As soon as the tank comes on, she goes fucking crazy. But it's good. It's good. Even though she has like a bit of a blush here, right? I don't know. You're happy doing the club thing. I don't know. That's nothing but good news, right? I just think, yeah, there's some misplacement of role here for sure. I just don't. I don't see you as a driver. Let's put it that way, right? You're a little bit more finesse, right? Maybe you can work the guns. That'll work, right? It wouldn't require as much strength as well. It's much like driving a car where you got to, clutch and change gears and do all that kind of stuff. But we end up reversing. Oh no. It's like me learning to drive all over again. Again, a lot of the structure of the episode, I'll keep talking about it. We just flash to each of the groups and see how they're faring, figuring things out as well. I'm guessing like back toss is, and they say something about, we shot a shell, right? It was like a spike ball. Lots of volleyball stuff we're going to get from you guys, right? Yeah, you kind of just eat snacks the whole time. We already know it's tough operating with 3, but you're technically just operating with 2, right? Poor you. And poor you, for sure. How we communicate left and right in the tank and which way to go. Because I'm guessing the vision from here is not great. Is a kick to the shoulder, right? Because we can't yell at each other and we need to get used to that. That's what a commander does. Probably navigates and tactics and that kind of thing. Kick me if you must, for real. And then like gives her like the fucking most powerful kick I've ever seen in my life. Just a tap. I don't need to die. Everyone reaches their starting points and we begin conflict. Rules are simple, just immobilize all other tanks. Well, I'm guessing, yeah, the mechanic crew, they're going to be pretty fucking busy if we're going to be destroying our tanks every time we try to practice. Oh, that's cute too. So she's like pretty half-assed instructions from our instructor. It's like, do you even hear yourself? You give half-assed instructions all the time. Yeah, that's a bit funny, a little bit ironic. So we spend too much time here just like sitting around talking once the match has begun, right? What if we just like shoot randomly into the forest? Who should we target? All these kind of things, right? And we want to take out the student council team because they fucked with you early in the episode. But sure, we hear the tank rattle. We've taken a shot. The others are already on the offensive. It was the volleyball crew. I think everybody starts to gang up on our main characters here as well. Yeah, again, if it's like a free for all, like 5 on ones, right? You do tend to see people team up and then try to take each other out by the end. Just thinking like pure like battle royale sense. I think you're almost commanding in Sayori's place here as well, right? Even though she's up here, she's not really up here. You're looking out. You're probably like thinking about this situation a bit differently based on your experience. And Sayori's like, this is scary. I want out. Enemies on both sides. Let's go right. We head on right up the hill. Getting shot at the whole time. I will say with this background that's a little bit more detailed, I think the CG does look better as well. And yeah, we end the episode very abruptly here, so please get ready for it. We see Reize out there, sleeping with a book on her head. Watch out. Straight into the ED. Which is a very calm song. It's very, very abrupt, but sure. And then into the ED, which I'm pretty sure is performed by the cast. I guess I should talk about some predictions going forward. I think, yeah, again, we're going to switch up the positions in the tank. We're going to regroup. We're not going to run over Reize and kill her, I don't think. She's going to join somehow and be a really good driver or something. And we'll go from there. Enter mission. Hurry up and come over here. Let's chase after our goals with all our might. We'll do it together, so come on. It's pretty basic, but sure. It's cheery, though. You know, it's very sports thing. It's very teamworky, right? Messed up and feeling down, cheer up. Don't worry about it. As we see these like chibi designs in the tank. Again, I think that the positions here will reflect the role changes. Right, one of you is the gunner and the loader, your radio, you drive, you're the commander. Get over the small bumps in life. We're all making progress together. If you believe in someone, you'll be twice as happy. Teamwork. Sure. If you put your all into it, your dreams will come true. So let's run with all we have. Enter mission. Hurry up and come over here. Let's chase after our goals with all our might. Let's do our best. And then I think we'll repeat the same things. No, we'll always go hand in hand. No matter how hard things get, aiming for tomorrow's sun and its shine. Driving into the future. And a very short preview at the end, which the next episode will be called I'll Join the Fight. You'd imagine implying some stuff about Reize. And yeah, I think we'll jump into that episode very, very shortly. So I'll get that up now. We're back with episode 3 up here ready to go. 24 minutes and 10 seconds on this one, so sync up accordingly. Using those AK submarine sub track thingo. And there'll be the picture in pitch, which I'm sure you're already aware of. So yeah, we're going to give it a 3, 2, 1. Radio? 3, 2, 1, go. Slightly off on the go there, but sure, we'll see. I'm just going to go with it. So yeah, probably talked about that first episode today a little bit longer than I thought I would, based on the opening and a few other things. I see how we're building into the sports show structure of it, though, right? Like, you could, like, I think the best example here is something like Chihaya Furu, where the sport isn't as well known, right? Or the thing they're doing. Which means it needs a lot of explanation. It means there's some natural fish out of water characters there, right? So if you're watching like a soccer show, right, or football, depending on your persuasion there, you know the rules, right? You know what good is and what bad is. You're supposed to kick it into the net. So like, you don't need as much explanation, but for something like this, which is a little bit more left field, you do need the explanation there. So I think they're doing good from that perspective, I think. Like explaining the rules, getting our sea legs, and we've set up some rivals in this opening as well. It's just good stuff. Okay, sure. Oh yeah, this shot we just saw. Mini little preview. She did actually watch out. Credit where credit is due. Oh. Okay, I was going to say she's very dexterous, but not really. I can't believe she just jumped onto the thing. Wait, you two know each other? Oh, okay. That's new. Mako Reize. Reize? Reize is still funny. Yeah, pretty on the nose, I'll join the fight. Something to give her like a sandwich or something. Whoa. Golden Gate Bridge. Okay, as long as you're sure, if there's one way to die, it's getting outside of your tank in a tank battle. Who set up this, like, arena as well? Or is it just the countryside? I don't think they're listening to your direction. Yeah, we're kind of just gonna fucking lose. That's how she's like directing it. They're like falling the wrong way. Did that put them back on track? Oh my god. Somebody's gonna need to stand up. Did she get hit in the head with that? Ha ha ha. Is that like a Caesar? A came I saw I conquered? No, is that somebody else? They're putting my history to the test here that I don't like. Alexander the Great? It's one of them. Well, I'll look it up. What? I taught myself right now. What is that bike? When I say bike, book. Am I losing my mind? Maybe. We're in a bad spot. I'm gonna be real. All right, full speed ahead. Oh, that's very cute. Okay, I liked that. We're all very nice. We're a nice group. Is one of the tanks they like can't move the top? Is that something going on? I think they mentioned that last episode, maybe. Okay. White flag. We won? Our first kill. Let's go. Decisive hit, and then we raise a white flag. Whoa. But it's like one hit killing everybody. Let's go. Oh my. She's crazy. Momo Kawashima? Oh, that's the style as well of the family. Oh, I think you're a bit bogged. Got mudded. Oh, we knocked ourselves out. Alright, we won. Let's go. Okay. We did it. It seemed like you were doing a lot more of the commanding. Well, they weren't very good. I'll give you that. Keikakudori. Thank you. Oh, she loves it. Yukari, in particular. Okay. Do we just have your number? Sure. Bath scene? Oh, yeah. Bath scene. When has this ever happened? Yeah. That doesn't really count. I wouldn't leave Reze alone in the bath too long. I think she might drown. Well, yeah, you were kind of faux commanding anyway. I just have some bad experiences with it. Internalized feelings from family. Determination. We love it. Okay. Man, I'm dead. Okay. Not much, but I don't know what else you could do. Watakushi as well. Oh my god. Oh my god. She horny for gunning? Okay. Well, I know a person. Calligraphy is not a very lazy thing. It's actually very applied. Why not? I thought you were joining the fight. That's the name of the episode. It's true, I don't. Returns from the darkness, yeah. I hate it, but you're right. Okay, that was a quick turnaround, but sure. We'll see if there's a little bit of tsundere forming here too. Maybe a little bit. So I'm only doing this as a favor. Where do we have to go? Why are we shopping? Yeah, that's what I would have thought as well. Oh, we're going to customize the tank. Not the cushions. A disgusting Yukari thinks, right? That's a better... Air freshener's fine. I don't know about all those other things. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't think everybody else thought too much about the camouflage. Which is, yeah, this is where we're jumping into like episode 1 stuff. Yeah, inside's all very glamorous though. Gotcha. Everyone's got their personalized sections. Okay, that's cute. What? Sure. Gold. Like me. Yeah, this is heresy for Yukari. Yeah, something you never would have expected based on your experiences before. I'm having fun around tanks for the first time. Okay, and you guys in the opening, right? We could have a, what's the word? A friendly. Oh my god. Okay, a bit of positional play. Let's go. One of them's lagging behind there like crazy. The pink one. It kind of reminds me of Assassination Classroom in that there's just like a ton of characters and that a few get focused but a few just get shafted. Well, mill, yeah, that's like some metric system shit, right? We won? Everyone else is missing? It really does glow, huh? she like, yeah, that's funny. Okay. Where's the instructor and all of that? It is very short notice. Saint Glorianas. Okay, they made it to like a national champ, so you sure we shouldn't start on somebody a little bit easier? I'm not coming to school at 6 a.m. on a Sunday. She feels betrayed. No, I do most mornings, unfortunately. Okay, thank you, Saori. Nah, she can't. Grandma, okay. We don't want Grandma to be mad. That's 2 times we've done a very similar scene there, but she just kind of gets convinced. I don't think we're ready for this level of tactics. Okay, very intense. Did the whiteboard deserve to be hit by that? I'm sh- I'm sure she wants to, yeah, say something tactically, right? Is it a bit basic, maybe? It's a discussion. It's fine. Like overall. Well, she does in the intro. So, oh, not the claps. Oh hell nah. The peer pressure. What is that? Well, that's not that amazing. What is that? What is that? Somebody tell me about the dance. Are they drunk? What is happening? What dance is it? How could it be that bad? I get the feeling we're going to lose, guys. I want to see what this dance is. Well, she was definitely in the tank in the intro, so. She won't wake. Wake up, damn it. She's got like 4 alarm clocks. Oh, I would hate you. Why are we driving to school in the tank? I guess if there's one way to wake somebody up, it's that. Okay. I came out to pick you up from school in the tank. You better not be late. Okay, this is kind of funny. This is very goofy. It's good. I'm sure the neighborhood fucking hates it. Okay. The people love it. Come out and watch. It'd be funny. Okay. Look at all the prep we've done for her. It's like we're like a friend group or something. Oh yeah, so they did go back to land on the weekend, and that's when they're doing the thingo. Okay, gotcha. I wouldn't. Okay, sure. Or all right. Okay. Hello. Hello, taller boat. They're so much higher above us. How can we ever reach them? Oh, they've got an even bigger boat. Oh hell nah. Are we doing it in like the streets? Where are we doing it? Oh, okay, and then we that's cute. Okay, people like sit on like they have like a picnic and watch. All right, yeah. So very clearly, next episode's when we're just jumping straight into that battle. Oh, I like the uniform. This is all very formal. Yeah, we're cool. Shut up. What? What are you talking about, man? I need like to do like a history course to understand some of this shit. Okay. All right, gang. I feel like this isn't going to go well. Yeah, this is way more structured than I thought it would be. Like the scoring system and the board and yeah, definitely getting like Pokemon vibes for sure. somebody get her another coffee. She needs it. All up to you? That's not how teamwork works. I'm very much expecting an ED soon. Yeah. I had a point I was going to say, and now I forget it. Anyway, mustn't have been important. I'm sure I'll think about it again. But yeah, show's very fun, I think. It's very clearly we're not taking it like super seriously. Like a lot of it. Oh, and the ED is slightly different. I was gonna like touch it with my mouse, like you could see. Um, Maybe the voices too. So it's the same song, obviously, but like maybe they're different singers, unique EDs from that perspective. I think basically what I was picking up from the first episode regarding Miho's character arc is coming true. Just like with friends, I can do it. With these like close relationships I've had, it's all okay. But maybe upon being made commander and it all being on her shoulders again, she might crumble, bringing back those old feelings again. I don't know. We'll see. Well, I hope you will. And yeah, a little bit of analysis on episode 3. That was episode 3. Continued about the way I thought it would. Probably ended this conflict a little bit quicker than I thought we would end it. We kind of all came together through again. I'm saying like Miho's like in this battle in particular, she's like faux commanding, right? She's basically in charge. And we introduce Mako or Reize, whatever we want to call her. I like Reize because of the pun. We introduce her into the fold. She's going to be the driver. She's also probably the major focus of the drama this episode, which is a will they, won't they of if she will attend or if she will join and all these different things. And I think in the end of the episode, we continue to reinforce that teamwork theme through everybody coming together to help her wake up, right? You know, we care for each other. It's good. I buy the team. I buy the team aspect of it. I buy the relationships between the characters. There's some pre-existing stuff there between Sayori and a couple of characters, but other than that, we're just kind of a ragtag group of people all together, and we're coming together and we're learning a new thing, and we're trying to get better at it. It's nice. It's simple, but it's nice. I think I'm cautious of us jumping into a challenge that's too great too early with this school here. I am also I guess, cognizant of the fact that this is a 12 episode show. Oh, I remember what I wanted to say as well now as well. I'll get to it shortly. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to need some victories here in order to build up to a conflict with that big school, right? The academy. It had a name. The one where the sister attends and is probably the big fancy one that won nationals. So one of the suggestions for Watch Order was around OVAs. So I'm imagining that after whatever happens in episode 4 happens, however that conflict ends, we would do some shopping around that town. And maybe that's where our OVAs are going to be structured, or at least a few of them, and that's why you would watch them in that order if you wanted to watch them in that order. Again, I'm open to suggestions there, but I don't know. We'll see. They will all be watched at some point or another. I guess, yeah, I'm remembering how much I love a sports anime and its structure. All the different schools, all the different important people at the different schools and their special abilities and how we're going to, you know, tactically change here and what's going to be the emotional stakes there and all that kind of stuff, right? My best example of this is still the manga for Aoashi. I think it's incredible. It's about soccer and And yeah, they do this whole song and dance with the sports stuff very well. Another notable example I brought up as well, Chihaya Furu, where again, a little bit left field, where we kind of need to explain a few things. Yeah, just good stuff, right? You have these rival schools, you have these rival people, you're all aiming for the top. It's a recipe for drama, no matter what it is, right? And teamwork in Chihaya Furu as well, of course. Either way, we're going to jump into the episode here. Probably try not to take as long as last time. I thought it was very thorough last episode, but this one, yeah, a lot of it's just characterization and jokes and stuff, which I'm sure you saw in the moment is quite good broadly, and I would shout it down. Show's pretty funny. It's pretty snappy. We have an unexpected start of the episode, jumping off exactly where we were, with Mako jumping straight onto the tank, which I didn't think she would do. I thought she was going to get run over. We have Saori poking her head out to see what happened. Oh, it's Mako. And there's a pre-existing relationship here. Childhood friends. We see throughout the episode, Saori is the one pushing the motivation for Mako as well, right? Just like, hey, like, you need the credits for the class, or you should do this, or you should do that. And definitely knows how to deal with her. Upon hearing that Miho was late for school today, it's like, oh, you were hanging with her. Gotcha. Right? Like, that's the reason why you immediately understood why she was late. Apparently, Mako has low blood pressure, so she struggles to, like, walk and stay awake and stuff, which I'm sure she should probably get that checked out. But anyway, I digress. Structurally, we head off to this bridge, right? This is going to be, like, the choke point where we get isolated and stuck and need to make a final stand. I don't know about, like, being outside with a bunch of tanks around. Like, what if a fucking shell just hits you in the head? You'd be, like, done. Is that almost the implication of what might happen? Remember how that dream sequence, well, I keep calling it a dream sequence, but you know what I mean. Like, remember how it ended with, like, something aiming directly at her head, and then, I don't know if she ducks out of the way? Is that going to come to fruition in episode 4? We're going to have to see. There's some good tension here. I think it's a little bit stupid that you're like, yeah, turn this way. But I guess it's been set up that we... Like, even with the commander up the top, the kicking navigation system isn't too great between the two. So yeah, like, it's funny seeing her like this way, and then they like turn the other way. But yeah, of course, they're not very good. It's some decent tension here. I definitely feel like if they fell off into that water, they're not just gonna be like fine. You know what I mean? It's very dangerous. One of the rival groups takes this opportunity when they're kind of dangling off the bridge to fucking sink a shell into them, which results in in Hana being knocked out here. She comes back eventually. It's fine, but yeah, did it knock her around in the seat, or did she faint, or what happened? I came, I saw, I fired. We're going to find out who said that. It was Julius Caesar. I had to trust my gut there. I thought it was. Okay, there we go. But yeah, we're essentially, like, that whole group is just, like, history nerds. I'm sure, again, if... The comments are going to go crazy on that one. Whatever they're saying, I'm sure it has some kind of historical equivalent. So we need a new driver, and then, yeah, we see Mako standing up, immediately becoming, like, the world's best driver, and then continuing to read whatever the fuck this book is as she's going as well. Multitasking, right? Like, standing up in a moment of need is a weird thing for such a lazy character to do at this point, but sure. Oh, she's still a top student? Okay, so she's kind of brilliant but lazy. Okay, I see your vibe a little bit more now. Gotcha. I like this stuff. I've said it before, where we're splitting the screen and getting various reactions, and the subbing is great with it as well. Like, fantastic sub work. Yeah, it really feels dynamic. Really feels like a whole cast of characters, like a full... like, everyone gets their little part, right? It feels almost like a theater production in that way. Yeah, they're almost doing, like, some evasive action here, like reversing, then going forward, but now they're getting, like, kind of pincered on the bridge. Your little dream about flowers before waking up. Yeah, and great face. Very, very funny, very, very cute. Yeah, that's probably my favorite piece of character animation in the show so far, if I can actually grab it in all its glory. Yeah. Yeah, fantastic. Love it. That was really good. Yeah, Hana's probably my favorite at the moment. We're enjoyers for sure. Yeah, see, you're like commanding right now, I see, right? So even though you're in the loader position and you're aiming and doing all that kind of stuff, I think you're just also like giving commands to people. Like, you're just naturally the commander type. I don't know about commanding the whole, like, squadron later on. But for this, I think you're clearly the most suited. And then fire! And now we get a little bit logistical, right? So the tanks get immobilized. When the tank gets immobilized, a white flag is raised. Now, I have questions. Is this raised automatically upon a certain amount of damage, or does the team voluntarily raise it, or what? Because if it's voluntarily raised, then potentially teams can just like keep going and put themselves in danger as their tank continues to immobilize, right? Like continues to break down more and more to the point where we're just shooting it relentlessly and they don't know when to quit, and then that's dangerous. I'd imagine it's an automatic thing. It looks like it's springed up automatically anyway. You get like super jazzed about it as soon as we see the shell get fired, which is pretty crazy. And that's why you want to be the gunner later on. This is almost a moment of inspiration for you as they change the volume randomly too. And now they start to wipe basically. Like I like how Miho during that section, she's just like immediately straight into reloading again. Like this is normal for her. We see that the volleyball team misses, and then we aim. Perfect shot. White flag raised. Yeah. Gotcha. I would imagine that's automatic. Are we going to go with Momo for you? I would imagine Momo. We're going to go with Momo. Yeah, and she hates losing. She hates being, like, overruled in the meeting. I think, yeah, this is another layer. So very, like, seems like she's in control. Very authoritative. And then as soon as something doesn't go away, she chucks a bit of a tantrum. Yeah, pretty cute. I like that as well. Yeah, they're using Nishizumi's style at the moment, which is only natural considering who's, like, faux commanding at the moment. And yeah, this is the last one to get wiped out as well. I guess it'll be easier to identify people when they're when the tanks have different colors and stuff. But yeah, we see the chain snap treads. You'd call it treads, which yeah, they just immobilized themselves. They got themselves stuck and something snapped. And yeah, we won, gamers. Hell yeah. Yeah, we did it, everybody. Good job. We won our first little conflict there, our first little skirmish. And Marco's correct here. She's like, well, we only won because everybody else sucked. Which is true, but winning's still winning. We're going to take the W there. And it seems like the whole Miho plan is all coming together, getting her involved in Senshido again. Seems like she's the real deal. I like the very nice from the instructor here too. Very nice. Yeah, that's pretty good. We're shouting at Team A. Yukari fucking loves it. Miho still pretty pensive about it. Thank you for the lesson, instructor. And then you seem to like be pretty hands off. You don't really run any of the practice sessions. That's more the student council. You're going to be around. I don't know how much you will be around. Like a lot. Maybe just a little. We'll say. Then we're going to pretty prototypical like bath scene. So another point for the fan service column for sure. And yeah, it's just let's reflect on what we just did, basically, and try to get Marco to join permanently and figure out our actual positions. So much like joining the club in the first place, we have everybody immediately like, you should be the commander, which is a lot of pressure to put on her, but she does get determined, she does take the position, like she thinks she's not dependable at all. But yeah, based on every available piece of evidence to the three in the bath right now, she does. So, again, internalizing, I think, something from before, right? When she didn't get praise for her work. She wasn't quite as good as her mother or her sisters, so she thought she was bad, where in reality she's very impressive to the layman, the people around her, and they're going to support her for that. Yeah, you see it here, like the sad eyes turn to the determined eyes into okay. So this is almost like a sneak diss for Saori. What do you think I would be good at? Well, you're good at talking, so you could be the radio person. I think that's kind of funny. And then, yeah... Hana becomes super horny for the guns. It's very cute how into it she is, I think, right? I loved how firing a shot felt, and I feel like it'll help me become a stronger woman. In the kind of Senshido stuff I was talking about in the first episode. And yeah, you'll be the gunner, you'll be the loader. We're all doing it, baby. But then we just need the driver. Yeah, again, gravitating towards you in a big way, I think. So yeah, we need the driver. We try to get Marco. I already signed up for calligraphy, which doesn't fit your character at all, right? Like, why would you be good at calligraphy? That's very, involved and focused and stuff, and you seem... Well, you're very focused. It's just that you're very lazy. I guess you don't move much in calligraphy, I'll give you that. So yeah, we all try to convince her, but the best tactic comes from Saori, who knows her best. I love this, we see the silhouette here, she fades away into the darkness. You don't have enough credits because you're always late to school. Remember the benefits they promised us for doing Senshido? And then she returns from the darkness. I do not want to be held back a year, I guess I'll have to join. And yeah, we're going to do Senshido. Oh, well, I owe Miho, so I have to do it because of that reason. So yeah, a little twinge of tsundere there, I think, right? Secretly maybe happy that she's being included and is wanted, right? Or maybe bashful because she was so sure that she was going to not do it and then had to do it because of the credit situation. Oh, there's a good smug face. Hang on. Yeah, look at that. Hell yeah. This show's pretty good. Yeah, I'm buying the group aspect of it way more these 2 episodes. I think that's one of the real strengths of the 2 I've watched today. Like bringing together the group, believing the friends, the interpersonal relations there. I think as soon as you increase it to 5, you start to get a little bit more of that, rather than the 3 where it was a little bit basic in the first episode. So seemingly everybody in the Senshido group has the same idea. We're all going to go to like whatever this is, like some variety store, and we're going to get a bunch of trash for the tanks to decorate them. And yeah, this is a different vibe, right? Because everybody else is the fish out of water compared to Miho, right? So like, she's like, I come from a very strict tank family where we're not allowed to do any of this stuff, right? But yeah, this kind of new perspective on it is very refreshing. All the coloring of the tanks and the decorating and the personalization, that they're having fun with it again, where it was all probably very strict business back where she was from, back with her family. The only one stopping us from painting the tank, much like everybody else, is Yukari, who is very committed to the camouflage nature of the tanks, that being important, which it is. Yeah, so now we get to see everybody's tanks. This is the volleyball club, as you can see by volleyballs, and then I'm guessing encouraging messages on the side. This is the weirdo tank with all the history stuff. Now looking at this, like that's some like Roman shit, right? Yeah, Veni Vidi Vici. That's literally I came, I saw, I conquered. All these different flags are probably associated with different leaders as well. I'm sure somebody could go into it in a lot of detail, whatever these are on the side as well. Yeah, sure. That's a crazy looking tank. They just get the pink tank, the Nicki Minaj tank, if we want to say that. The Barbie tank. Barbie will do. Gold tank because student council, I guess. And then inside our own tank, inside Team A's tank, we see... Okay, let's break this down. So this is Commander. Commander's going to sit in the middle, right? This is going to be Miho, right? Over this side, with all this stuff, which is a lot of stuff. Is that going to be Hana? Okay. And then up here is going to be it's pretty limited. You would imagine that this would have been Yukari, right? Who's going to be here. Then down below, yeah, you would imagine Driver here. Not much, just really a life preserver for Mako there. And then we have Sari here with a bunch of the gaudy pink stuff, I guess. That would be more her vibe. Shed sweat, not blood. And then a bunch of stuff in German. Okay. Sure. Truly a vehicle fit for a ruler. Yeah, I get these guys are great. I love them. And because of these color changes, it's easier to tell which tank is which. You could potentially almost get these two confused before then. Yeah, okay, sure. And now we're ready for a real match, apparently, according to the student council president. And we're going to make the proper arrangements very, very quickly to get that exhibition match on. And I love this for character stuff. You're mad that there's no colors on our tank. You're mad that there's colors on any of the tanks at all. You think it's a disgrace. You're just broadly interested in what's going on and following the conflict. You're not. Still reading that same book too. And you're gobsmacked. In a similar way to Yukari, but showing it differently, that they would do something like this and color their tanks. And yeah, they did some ridiculous things to their tanks. I find this novel. This is a different and empowering experience compared to what I've gone through before. Yeah, very on the nose. For the first time, I'm having fun around tanks. This is the school we're going to fight, which is... Did they say their name here? They have like a frankly ridiculous name that we see later on. But they're very official. They've got they're having like a little tea party, and yeah, we can already see the vibe with this school. They're going to play it by the book, but they're going to be very good. Yeah, definitely in comparison to whatever the hell we have here, which is pretty ramshackle. I think that's what a lot of the conflict's going to be, where we're going to challenge the conventions of Senshido, right? We're going to be unconventional, and that's going to be enjoyable, and that's why we root for them, right? They're the clear underdog compared to the system, which is all very official. We see the firing process here. We see prepare to fire from Miho into loading the shell from Yukari. We learn how to triangulate distance. The triangle at the center of the site is 4 mils. The little triangles are 2 mils. The empty space between the triangles is 1 mil. Distance equals an object size divided by mils times 1000. What? Distance equals object size divided by mils. Okay, so if it's 4 mils in the middle and you can kind of ballpark 1 and 2 from it as well. Okay, I kind of see this. This is pretty involved, huh? So the target is 1 meter wide, so half times 1000 is 500 meters. Okay, so yeah, you can kind of, however wide the target is based on these is how far it is from us. Gotcha. So we fire the shot, we go through a quick fire montage here, don't kick up dust, use cover to hide yourselves in open areas. like it's just funny. That's a funny background gag for sure. It's almost like she's praying to the gold shine of the tank as well. Just some good advice when crossing ridges and banks. Don't go up unless you can make it, and make sure there's no enemies around and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I see that as, basically just like a practice session, right? Like a training run. And then on short notice, we're going to have a practice match coming up this Sunday against a rival school. Yeah, St. Gloriana's Girls' College, which is just fantastic. We love that. Yukari, who's going to probably do a lot of this exposition stuff about the world of Senshido. Gloriana's is a strong Senshido team that made it to national championship finals. Oh my god. Probably along with the school that your sister's at. And then we hear that we need to be at school by 6 a.m. on Sunday, and that causes Marco to want to quit again. I guess in a similar way to the first episode of the show, I was expecting this to play out in a more rote way. So with the amount of time in the episode left, I was expecting there to be a falling out and then an emotional reintroduction and blah, 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 blah. But we're not playing it that straight, right? Compared to the first episode as well, where I thought it would go one way and then it went another way and then it kind of went back the same way again. We're just defying convention in a couple of weird ways there that I do enjoy, right? It's not what I expect every single moment of it, right? Like, obviously she's going to be the driver. She's in the opening as the driver. Like, that's just what's going to happen. But the way they go about, like, getting to that journey is not what I expect. It's very relatable as well. She doesn't like early mornings. I can definitely relate. Like, doesn't realizing that if you need to get there by 6, you need to even wake up at 5. So that's even more unbelievable, right? Humans aren't meant to get up before 6 a.m. So we literally go for the same motivating factor, right? Where you'll be held back, you won't have enough credits, you'll have to treat us as your upperclassmen. So this is weird, because you're like brilliant at school, but you can't just like attend because you're too tired, right? You're very sleepy. So it's weird that, you just won't have enough credits for not showing up, where when you show up, you're actually really good. Okay, gotcha. The defining factor here, and very cutely so, like, you'll have to call a senpai, and she can't, like, bear to do that, which is, just good character stuff again. Like, sa o ri se, and then can't go any further than that. Oh, and then the grandma as well as a motivating factor, which I'm guessing is a setup for later. We'll see whoever this grandma is and why it's a bad thing that she's mad at you. We go through the tactics here. Miho wants to speak up through this whole thing. I'm thinking what Momo is saying is pretty basic. And you're like, you've been in meetings like this, you know these tactics. So we'll have one tank as a decoy, lure the enemy into the kill zone, where we'll have the upper hand. I don't think they're going to fall for something like that. They've been at this longer than we have. Specifically, the student council president pries right into Miho's thoughts. Like, well, what do you think about this? I think maybe secretly you want her to be the full commander the whole time, right? Very good people person is the student council president for sure. And again, your plan gets like squashed and then you have a little bit of a sook about it in a pretty funny way. Just again, like character stuff, changing character opinions and what they're good at and that kind of thing on the fly. It's good. It's like an unexpected thing. It's quite good. It's well structured from that perspective, right? Like build up a character one way, do them the other way. Yeah, it might be a good idea to have you be our commander, like the whole commander of the whole thing. Like you are in that kind of flash forward to episode 4 from episode 1. So, we'll say. And then, the peer pressure clap is just, we hate it. We bring up the anglerfish dance at the summer festival. We're going to have to do that if you lose. So you get some sweet potato if you win, but if you lose, you have to do the dance. I think we're going to lose, because we're going to have to see the people do the dance, and that's going to be funny. That's what I think we'll do anyway, right? So I think they'll have a good showing, but ultimately lose, and then have to do the dance. Everyone's going to do the dance together. So again, teamwork. We're taking on this burden together in a similar way. And whatever this dance is, I'm sure it's not going to be that bad. But it seems that everybody knows this dance, but Miho. Again, she's like kind of new to the area, I guess. It might be a local thing. Again, it won't be as embarrassing if we do it together. And again, good facial stuff from Miho, right? She shows immediately, oh, this is different. different. I like this. So even if I'm, again, feeling a little bit nervous about being this commander, I have my team backing me up still. So we're worried about Mako, and it's with good reason that she won't wake up early enough to go on the boat, I guess. Wait, no, she is on the boat. I don't know why you need to wake up early. Anyway, so yeah, we try to wake her up with not much success. Look at all the alarm clocks. Just good. It's good. I think, yeah, the show's really improved in this area, this kind of stuff, over these 2 episodes. It's an enjoyable moment-to-moment watch in a way that I think it kind of didn't hide in the first episode, but wasn't as good at yet. We try to wake her up with a fucking trumpet, which I'm sure everybody in the neighborhood enjoys, as well as, of course, the tank that comes after the trumpet. Yeah, we fire a blank with the tank. That would wake basically anybody up, and we're up and moving. Another cute shot as they approach here, and then we roll through the town here, and we see everybody kind of like appreciating the tanks. If it wants to load properly. There we go, that's better. Yeah, it's been a while since I saw one around. Oh, there's a match on today. Oh, that's cool. That's something novel. The people are craving Senshido for sure. Just really good stuff here, enforcing teamwork, some great character stuff as we bring her all the things she needs to get ready for school when she's in the tank. Again, like small stuff. Like this look, right? This isn't regular. This is like heartwarming to me. This isn't what I'm used to, you know? Of course, we brought up in episode 2 that we'll be going back to land at some point. We're going to be doing some shopping. But of course, the exhibition match comes first. Schools used to be on land and now they're on the ocean. I don't really understand that, but sure. I don't know what's really going on with the world where we need to be on the ocean. I thought you specifically chose a school on the ocean because it isolated you from Senshido, but no, not the case. Again, I broadly see the structure as the OVAs being the shopping that is described here, and then we see the giant metaphor ship. Here it is. It's way bigger than us. It's scarier than us. It overshadows us. That is St. Gloriana's Girls' College tanks. They've got a way bigger aircraft carrier island world as well. See, look at that. You know? Intimidating. Big old mega structure versus small rinky-dink school just getting started, right? You would imagine that the one for the big scary school is even bigger than this, right? Like this is your classic sports anime metaphor, right? You know, way more accomplished, but we're like, you know, plucky. The location for this particular battle is going to be off limits, but people get to watch on like a big screen, just like kind of in town, right? See, look at this, right? That's very cool. That's like some shit you see like in cities when there's like a sporting event on. They'll put on like a public display of like a broadcast. And it's been so long since we've had matches, and we have the 2 schools clashing here with Saints Glorianas, which is the T school that I also saw during the I remarked upon during the first episode. I remember seeing the T. I like their uniform a lot too. I love the red. And yeah, they're very official school, obviously taken aback by the colors on the tanks, probably secretly joking about it and that kind of thing, you know, being kind of mean. This isn't conventional. Boo. Boo, we've been taught to do it one way and this isn't that. But yeah, no, they seem broadly pretty respectful though. I don't know, just like a mid-tier school, basically, in our grand sports show pantheon. I love this screen here as well. We describe all the tanks here and all the tanks here, and each of the tanks has a thing. There's a big old HUD. There's some zoom ins. There's a map. Almost looks like fucking League of Legends, like some MOBA shit. Yeah, I don't know. This is cool. I would watch a broadcast of this for sure. We pan to all the different characters sitting, waiting to get to work, up to and including Miho. Before we ask if she's ready to go, she's psyching herself up. The match is all up to you. We're counting on you, potentially feeling some of that not so great pressure from previous, right? When she was pressured into doing Senshido and a lot of pressure on her performance. She's feeling similar things now. How will this be changed with the new people, with the new setting? How can we grow and change based off our new environment? And then, yeah, tanks go off into ED, ready to commence the conflict next episode. So yeah, that was episodes 2 and 3 of Girls und Panzer, and really, really good. 2 thumbs up. Very enjoyable moment-to-moment show. I'm really loving the group dynamic. I'm loving all the side characters as well. There's some genuinely goofy stuff going on as well. I think it'd be a great show to watch people react to as well, because there's lots of stupid shit, right? Basically. And we haven't really even gotten into like a real conflict yet. I think the small taste we got through the start of episode 3 was pretty good. So if that's what we can expect, then at least there's some level of tactics to it that you can follow and understand. Yeah, I mean, the tanks shoot each other. It's not a hard sport to understand, but I don't know, the maneuvering like about the location will be the important part, I think. There, I guess emotionally, we've got a lot of that Miho baggage still around. I've talked a lot about how friendship is going to fix this, and building that friendship through the, I guess, moment-to-moment stuff, which I've already praised, is only helping this, right? It's helping reinforce the theme of the show, which is friendship good. Doing things with friends good. We're setting up some world stuff around new schools to battle and our general structure and going to land, and there's some stuff there that we'll keep in mind. But other than that, yeah, good. I like it a lot. It's very likable. It's a very likable show for sure. We'll try to continue on the pace of 2 a week, but it'll depend on what else I'm doing. I know I'll have a weekend on for work at some point as well. We'll see. I normally record this on a Friday, but I'm recording it on a Saturday today because I have the morning off. But we'll see. Either way, show good. I wanted to get that across. Shill stuff. If you like the video, consider liking the video. If you like the video and you want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. Comment below anything you thought about the episode, anything I could do to improve my presentation. Comment below. I'm doing follow for follow on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter if you'd like me to follow you back. And the Discord, join Discord, love Discord. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next week for some more Girls und Panzer. Thank you very much for watching today. And yeah, I'll see you next week, which I'm sure I've already said, but sure. Thanks for watching.